Hello and welcome to A View from the South Stand. I've got Mark back with me today. Hi Mark, how you doing?
Happy New Year, mate. How are you?
Year to you too. It's just finished. Watford nil, Spurs 1 at Vicarage Road. So let's get straight into it, Mark. First things first. Actually, a decent start from the boys today. They actually started on the front foot for once, I thought, but just couldn't break them down. What was your take of it?
Um, well, yeah, it was a bit more of a positive start. I said in my last video that I've done that we don't seem to start games on the front foot,
Yeah,
and today we did. I thought, looking at Watford starting 11, yeah, I was trying to think, would any of them get in ours? So it should be one-way traffic,
yeah,
and it was, and it was quite a frustrating game to watch, to be honest.
yes,
After Kane missed that chance,
yeah,
where Skip done really well, Starboy. no,
yeah. Got to mention him.
when he made that tackle and then Kane
Yeah,
had that's Kane 2 years ago. That's 1-0, and I'm
yes,
pretty sure we scored 3 or 4 after that. But yeah, it was that the first half was really frustrating. We had all the ball, but you can see why Conte wants a new right back, because the amount of space that Emerson had, the amount of times he could have got a decent ball in the box and he just failed to
yeah,
deliver. But look, them games are important. We could have easily drew that game 0-0. We could have
yeah,
easily lost that game 1-0, but we come
yeah,
away with the win. And yeah, it's very positive. It's very positive. I mean, after the Southampton game the other day,
yeah.
I was very down. I was down. Obviously, the decision didn't go our way, but the decision
Yeah.
went our way today, with the Lloris penalty incident,
Yeah.
which
We'll talk about that.
loads of
Yeah.
fans and all that on Twitter have said that it should have been a penalty. But I thought we should have had a penalty in the first half as well.
Yeah. Let's talk about, well, there was probably three penalty incidents today, and all three were waved away. I believe Spurs should have had two. Kane was being held in the box. There
Yeah,
was the Dyer one as well. But yeah, the Lloris one we'll probably look at, and Watford will probably feel like actually it should have been a penalty. But considering the referees, how we've been with them the last couple of games, it's probably, it evens
I,
itself
I,
out.
I, I don't see how they didn't take another look at it. What from the first replay, I thought definite pen. From the second one, I
Yeah.
thought, well, he did get his hand onto the ball, but I felt as if he clattered Josh King first.
Yeah, I
So
felt, yeah, for me, I felt when I saw Lloris coming out, I felt it was very Lloris. If you
yeah,
look at some of the times Lloris has conceded penalties, I thought, and when the ball went in one direction, you kind of thought straight away penalty. But can you see why they didn't give it?
yeah. I mean, I think because it wasn't a clear and obvious like error. I think because
Yeah,
Lloris did get a nick onto the ball, I thought that's why it never got looked at more. But I mean, the talking points should really be, why aren't we putting these games to bed rather than the
yes,
dodgy penalty decisions at both ends. I mean, I don't know how they didn't even just take a little look at that one on Eric Dyer,
yeah,
because he literally put his legs in between his and dragged him down waist from the waist.
yes,
But look, we're crying out for a striker. I think Son's gone off the boil. I know he put in a brilliant ball for the goal today,
yeah.
and I know he won the penalty on um, against Southampton. But I just think he's gone a little bit sluggish.
Do you
Ever
think that's
since I
down
think he's
to
been
how
a
many
little bit
games
more
he's had?
central.
Yeah, do
Sorry.
you think that's down to with Son? Would you think that's down to how many games he's had? Because let's Harry Kane wasn't there at the beginning of the season, and Son was literally carrying Spurs. Do you think it's kind of all catching up with him, especially travelling back and forth to
I don't
South
know.
Korea as
I
well,
think
and
like people
COVID?
like Harry Kane, he started off slow because he had a long tournament in the summer.
Yeah,
Obviously, with all the stuff about the start of the season with Man City,
yeah,
and yeah, I mean, look, I'm not mugging Son off because I think Son's amazing. I think
yeah,
he just it's just a different type of footballer. Left foot, right foot, outside the box, he's on target,
yeah,
scores loads of goals, can win a game on his own. But recently, I've just noticed that in front of goal, he's just lacking a little bit of sharpness. It might be fatigue.
yeah, yeah.
Might be fatigue,
Agreed.
and Conte did come out after the game and say, look, we played 5 games in 13 days. We've got Chelsea on Wednesday, big
Yeah,
game, but then we've also got Morecambe on Saturday. So I mean, it's a good chance to give it our very a big push for Chelsea, and then give them a few days off and try and beat Morecambe with a team with like Dane Scarlett, Gill, and Dombele,
yeah,
Delhi, Bergwijn, all these players. But I do think now we've got 2 weeks until the Arsenal game. I do think now, if we're going to look to sign someone, we sign them now,
yeah.
just so we could
Agreed.
maybe have a new player come the 16th.
Yeah, let's talk about the chances today, because I felt like we didn't have any clear cut chances. We had chances, but if the goal was going to come, it was going to probably come down to a set piece like it did, or it was going
Yeah.
to come down to a Watford mistake. And I felt the same against Southampton. Do you feel like our fullbacks are getting in some great positions, but the quality is just not there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Reguilon was awful against Southampton. I
Yeah,
literally thought he was just all over the place. He got binned at half time, which was the right decision. I know he was on a yellow card and stuff, but it was just I don't know. In the second half against Southampton, I don't know if you noticed this, but Højbjerg got the ball a lot and the pass was
yes,
onto Emerson all the time, but he just didn't do it.
yeah,
I don't know whether it was because he didn't trust Emerson. And to be fair, the amount of times we've got in behind down the left, down the right, the players that will put in a quality ball, the players we need in the box, like the Sons, the Lucases,
yeah,
the Kanes, they're the ones who will put in a dangerous ball along the box. But they're the ones who are going to be on the end of it as well. But when it goes up wide to Emerson and that, just no quality. I personally believe that Aurier is a better player than Emerson, but Aurier just made too many mistakes because
yeah,
Aurier actually had a not bad cross on him. I know Emerson set up Lucas Moura for the goal against Palace, which is a good work move. Good, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I do think he's going to look to sign a new right back. I don't know who, but I see Kyle Walker on Instagram this evening. I'm not speculating. I don't know, but he wished Man City and Spurs a happy New Year, and I was a bit like, why are you wishing us a happy New Year?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Strange. Yeah.
Maybe because they just beat Arsenal, he wants to buy it off the Arsenal fans.
Oh yeah, he wants to buy the Spurs fans back,
But no,
maybe.
I mean, right back is somewhere we need to fix. I do think Reguilon, he's better than Emerson, but at the same time, I don't know. You look at Liverpool with Trent and Trent and Robertson. You look at Chelsea with Reece James, Chilwell. You look at Man United have got terrible wingers.
Yeah, they've
Shaw's
just
not
dropped
bad.
it. Yeah,
But yeah, no. You look at the teams that are literally at the top, and they've got strength in depth in them positions because they're probably on paper the most important positions. Because we set up today with obviously 3 centre backs, and you need them wing backs to get forward and deliver the ball into the box. That's what they're there for. Unless we're playing defensive and we're trying to catch teams on the counter, that's when you need more defensive-minded ones. But now, I do think we're going to be looking to strengthen right back. I think we need a new right back. I think we need a creative midfielder. I think we miss an Ericsson. I think we miss someone to create chances just out of nothing. I think Lucas Moura has been doing it quite a lot recently, which is impressive. But Harry Winks has come in. He started doing. Harry Winks looked really good against Southampton, and he looked all right tonight. I think Højbjerg's been woeful for the last month. Skip's obviously, you know what I think of Skip,
yeah.
but I
Your
do
boy
think we
Skip.
need a centre midfielder in there that will pull
Yeah,
strings. And I don't mean pull strings that get the ball, move it quick like Winks does, like Skip does. I think we need someone who will just get like Ndombele against Liverpool, that through ball against for Kane's goal. We need players that will get the ball in and around in like where the number 10 normally hangs, in and around the defensive midfield, in that pocket, and then release Kane, release Song, because
yeah,
the quality ain't there, and Kane and Son are dropping deep again, and there's
yeah.
just no one in the box, and it's just. I think Conte will suss it, but it's just so frustrating to see.
Quick thing on the number 10 role. Do you think that if we were to sign a number 10, we'll go two up front, or do you think that it's either
Well,
Skip, Højbjerg, or Winks in the middle
it,
with a number 10?
I think he's
I'm
going
just
to.
going by because I've seen how Conte's played at Inter Milan and stuff. It took Ericsson a while to get into that team, and remember, we was all thinking, why is Ericsson not getting into Inter? But he used to play two sitting defensive mids, so maybe it's the same where he might go if he's going to play Ericsson, he's going to play Lukaku, and I think it was Martinez at the time. He'd play the
Yeah.
two. So do you think that's where he would go down that route?
Yeah, I do. If we sign a new strike, if we sign a number 9,
Yeah,
because Son ain't the number 9. I'm sorry. I think Son's a winger.
yeah,
Someone who will cut in and score goals, but will score goals from anywhere. Son, but it all depends because Son's been playing in that kind of position the last couple of games. He's been playing with Kane as a 2.
yeah,
But you know what Kane's like. If Kane's getting bored and he's not getting any of the ball, he drops deep, and then it
yes.
just causes a bit of a.
He
I
plays the
say like
number
a
10 role
traffic jam in
himself.
midfield
Yeah,
because like you've got Højbjerg in there, you've got Skip in there, you've got Lucas Moura in and around there, you've got Son who isn't on the last man. So we kind of run out of options. I do think we need a proper number 9. I think we need someone who I would say Kane is a number 9. I mean, you look at Kane, still think he's the best striker in the Premier League. But if you have, Kane's kind of adapted his game to like his, I don't know whether it's to do with his fitness, his injuries. Like he's not as quick as he was, and he likes dropping deep, getting the ball. So he's got that. He got most goals, most assists last season. So you can't really argue that. But if we did, and we did manage to tempt that Valhalovic and spent the money, then I think we'll be in a very good place.
And just a quick question on the fullback. I was thinking about it when you were saying, if we couldn't sign a fullback or right back in January, but Trippier became available for 6 months, would you take him? Because he can cross the ball.
I do think we miss Trippier. Like he got a lot of stick for that. Like the end of Poch, he got a lot of stick for that. But then you got to think that a lot of players did fall off the boil in that season. I mean, I think we just clinched 4th. Yeah. That Champions League run was mental. Danny Rose was on his last legs. We had players like Rente. We had Dembele. He only lasted until January that season. I do think we haven't filled the gap for Moussa Dembele, and we haven't filled the gap for Eriksen.
Yeah.
Trippier looks like he's going to Newcastle. I mean, he'd be stupid not to. They'll just throw him 150 grand a week and just say, look, go enjoy your retirement somewhere. Do you know what I mean? But I see a lot of speculation. We are looking at Adama Traore. I know he's got no goals, no assists, and his end product's bad, but I'd buy him just purely because every time he plays against us, he rips us apart.
Speaking of rumours, the latest one is that we're linked to Griezmann. Because Atletico are in a bit of financial trouble. Would you take Griezmann right now, or do you think he'd be...
I would. Look, Griezmann's quality. He might not have... He at Barcelona kind of killed his vibe. He was at Atletico Madrid, and obviously with the rumours that he fell out of Messi, and Messi didn't really like him, and I think it was Griezmann or Messi didn't invite one or the other to each other's weddings, and it just caused a little bit of stuff in the master paper, and... Look, Griezmann's a good player. Like internationally, he's brilliant. He's been at Atletico Madrid. He's been at the top level most of his life. I mean, if he wants to come to Tottenham, I'll be more than happy to take him. I'd rather take Griezmann than Coutinho.
Yeah.
Because I still think Griezmann's got a lot more to give. I don't know whether we have the capabilities to persuade these players to sign. See us linked with Ousmane Dembele. If that's how you spell it, to say his name, Ousmane Dembele, whatever it is. I wouldn't take him. Why would you spend all that money? He wants 400 grand a week, and he's made out of Weetabix. At one tackle, he's down, and he crumbles. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're going to sign someone, we need someone with a bit of Premier League experience, or top international experience, and we need someone that kind of would want to kind of do like be elegant on the ball, be quality, but work hard, because that's what Conte demands from players. He doesn't want lazy players in his team. As you've seen since he's joined, we're the first in the running stats. I just think that if we were going to sign someone, we need someone to sign someone relatively fit, maybe still got a few years in their legs, and we'll just see where it goes. I'm really excited. I mean, I know Conte says earlier that he hasn't had the meeting yet, which I'm quite surprised about. I thought he would have done it the last week before January to try and get people over the line, because
sounds very Daniel Levy.
He's going to have the meeting, say, next week, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, and we're going to be on January the 24th, a week before the deadline, and it's going to be like, oh my God, we ain't signed anyone, we're in trouble. Typical Spursy, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're going to be serious about something and Levy wants to give him money now. Let him go shopping tonight. Let him go home, go on his phone, just like the birds do when they get home from work and they go internet shopping on their phone. Let him do that, and then let's see, come the end of January, beginning of February. I think the deadline day shuts 3rd of February.
Yeah.
Which is my birthday. So I am looking forward to the carnage on deadline day.
Get the message out now, Conte. Make sure the signings are all done by Marc's birthday.
Exactly that.
And one last thing before we go. Who was your man of the match today, as per usual?
Man of the match today, you know what? I'm going to give it to Sanchez.
Yeah, finally.
I was kind of thinking, do you know what? I was thinking, like, I actually thought Harry Kane was good today. I thought he caused a problem. He dropped deep. He had shots. He should have finished his chance.
Yes.
But do you know what? Sanchez looked relatively good. He looked a lot better. And look, he scored the goal in the last minute, which, look, it's massive 3 points for us. Like, massive. I know it's, I don't know. Watford won at Everton 5-2. They beat Man United 4-1. So Watford can cause an upset, and if we drew today, that would have been the biggest upset of our season. I think if we couldn't beat them today, we were going to be going into the Arsenal game in 2 weeks. Like, oh my God, because Arsenal are on the up. I know they lost today.
Yeah.
A few dodgy decisions in that game and stuff. But look, we've got the 3 points. We're now 2 points behind Arsenal with 2 games in hand.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah,
We've got them,
so look,
and
we're in a
we've got
good
them next.
place.
So,
I don't know when these games are going to come thick and fast, but
yeah.
yeah, Sanchez will be man of the match. And yeah, the back three, Dyer, Davison and Davis, they both look good. No,
They're
all
looking
3 of them
all right.
look good, sorry. They look comfortable. So 5 clean sheets out of his first 9 games. That's all we can ask for.
And quick question before you go, because you mentioned Sanchez. When Romero comes back, who are you dropping out that back three?
Personally,
Yeah.
I'd maybe move Davis out to the left back and put Romero in,
Okay.
just to kind of, I don't know, give Regulin a little, like, come on, mate, you were good, where are you gone, kind of thing. But I don't know. It would be Sanchez at the 3 because I think Davis has been exceptional in the back 3. He has been for Wales, and I've said it all along throughout his Spurs career. He's not a left back.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've just contradicted myself massively. Dyer's been really good. He's solid. He cares. He's been at the club 301 appearances now, Premier League appearances. He knows what it's about. Davison Sanchez, he's got a mistake in him.
Yeah.
He's got a mistake in him. But at the minute, he looks good. So I think Romero is targeting his first game to be for Argentina on the 1st of February against Colombia. So I don't get that. I wouldn't send him because obviously he's just ripped his hamstring away on international duty. And you know what it's like with Spurs. Send all these players away and they always come back broken. But yeah, now it would be Sanchez, but it'll be harsh to right now. So let's just see if we can stay injury-free, COVID-free. And then, yeah, he might have to sit on the bench to start with. But yeah, let's just see what happens.
Mark, thank you for your time today. Everyone who's watching, please like and subscribe, and always come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.